Normally I have a little theme song I play and it's like dun 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 dun. Dun. I'm gonna sing it since I
Well,
don't have it playing. Hello, Fit Pros. And I went live in the middle of dancing. So. Hey, Fit Pros, how you doing? Kelly is here. I am here today with a special guest, and I hope you guys are as excited as I am about talking to John from Fitness Mics because he is here to answer all of our questions and get us all the information we need. Denise says, hey, Denise
well,
and Bessie. I'm glad you're here, Denise. Send him all of your most complicated questions and put him right on the spot, please.
if I don't know the answer, I will get back to you.
Okay, so John, hey, John, tell me how to say your last name.
Mazuka.
Mazuka,
Yeah,
just like the brand.
yeah. Mazuka Technologies is the brand. Yep.
Okay, beautiful. So we have got John Mazuka from fitnessmics.com, and Fitness Mics has been kind of our partner for a while, and especially now that we're all trying to go virtual, you hear me talking about Fitness Mics all the time because they offer um, members of this group a discount, which is amazing. And because they do a great job. He always supports all the customers that we send to him that get mics from him and make sure that they've got the right connection and gets them all hooked up. So today we're going to talk about what's selling, what are the most kind of popular pieces of equipment that he's purchasing right now. And he's going to answer that big question that we've all got. How do you mix the microphone with the music and get it all balanced out properly for your videos? So, first, Mike, not Mike, John, will you please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about you?
Sure will. I'm John Mazuka. I own Mazuka Technologies and FitnessMics.com. Mazuka Technologies is a manufacturer of audio equipment. We manufacture. We do have our own mixers. We have headsets, wireless systems, speakers, and then there's Fitness Mics, which is the retail part of that, where we sell our products as well as all the popular Samson, Shure, Telex, Audio Technica, and any other brands. We started in the business. Well, I started about 20 years ago. How I got into it was my friend's father was a sales rep for Telex, and just happened to run into some aerobic instructors. And I don't know how long you've been doing this, but back in the day, they had a Velcro strap or a sweatband with a Velcro strap, and Telex was the only one really making a good head mic. So it was Joe Shell Engineering was the name of his company. If anybody goes way back, he was really popular back in the day.
So,
And
will you say that again? What was it called?
Joe Shell Engineering, he was pretty much the pioneer for all of this. And
And that this was like 30, 35 years ago.
maybe even longer, yeah, 35, maybe 40 years ago.
We've definitely got instructors in the group that have been teaching that
Yeah,
long because yeah, we talk about it all the time. I think that instructors have some of the longest longevity of career that I've seen. I've been doing it for 26 years, and I know a lot of people that have been doing it for a really, really long time. So
yeah, I still get calls from people who remember me when I was with Joe Shell Engineering, which is great. So he took one manufacturer's of a headset, paired it together with another one, and got them something that was more dependable. So I started working for him. Eventually, he passed away, and I took over the business, and I made some modifications. That's why I started manufacturing my own product. I knew I could come up with something better, more of a value, longer warranty, and get you guys something that would more suited for the aerobic industry. And that's why we offer such a long warranty. We have a 3-year warranty on most of our headsets because we know how you guys just beat up everything.
that's really good to know. There's a 3-year warranty on most. Is that Mazook or is that everything?
So most of the Zoom products have a 3-year warranty.
That's really good.
And we have headsets that the same exact headset, one instructor will send in every 6 months because they sweat. Everybody's sweat is different depending on your diet. your race, a lot of different factors, and how well they take care of it. Some people, they just don't take care of it. Throw it in a bag all wet, stays moist, and it'll corrode the mic. Other people, the same exact mic will last them 6 years.
Wow, that's really
So,
interesting.
and we do have a
Yeah,
tip sheet that tells you how to take care of your mics. I believe it's on the Mizzou Technologies website, and we send it along with every headset we sell. If you follow that, you'll definitely get more life out of your headset.
beautiful. Good to know. So when you get your headset mic from Mizzou, you will get a brochure that talks more about the care and feeding so that you can lengthen the life. So you just brought up a little question for me that I've always kind of wondered. So way before COVID, when I was teaching, and I would always notice that we would, like, one instructor would send out an email and it would say, I have a respiratory infection. I need a sub. And then we all shared the head mic. And so then
Uh,
everybody else would start emailing, I have a respiratory infection. So I used to take like alcohol swabs and I would just keep them in my bag, the little square ones. And I would always just clean and sanitize that whole thing. Was
that's
that was that safe for me to do?
Yeah, that's not going to hurt the mic. You want to be careful around any electronic parts of it, but that's absolutely fine. And especially the windscreen, you definitely want it. You don't want to use somebody else's windscreen.
Oh
And
yeah.
also belt pack. Those two things get so sweaty and disgusting. They're cheap. They're very cheap. Like you say, even before COVID, they should have been swapping them out. Now, though, you probably want your own headset.
Yes, I think that most gyms that I've seen the reopening plan for, they're either completely getting rid of the shared head mic or yeah, I've seen them just getting rid of them. And so then you've either got to have your own or you're just not gonna have a mic.
And what we do to help that is if there's a club that has instructors purchasing more than 10 headsets, we enter them into a fit club. They get 10% off the headsets, any Mizzou accessories, any headsets, the belt packs, the windscreens. In fact, what we've done is because of this COVID thing, we've lowered it down to three for a while. So any club that has more than three instructors that need a headset, they'll get 10% off that, and that's all future purchases as well.
So does that mean that I'm making myself a note based on the comments here? Does that mean that if you've got more than three instructors, that you would buy each of them, or they would each buy their own headset, and then they would still share the transmitter, or are you talking the whole set?
Nope, exactly. They'll use their own headset and they'll share the transmitter.
Okay.
And that only that they definitely should be buying their own headset. This way, they've got something invested in the whole product. They'll take better care of the transmitter. They'll take better care of their headset. I mean, the gym puts out a lot of cost buying the whole system. It gets anywhere from $200 to $1,000. I
Hmm.
don't think it's too much to ask for the instructors to purchase their own headset. And like I said, have something invested in it.
Yeah. So, what is the most popular system that you're seeing right now for clubs, and what's the most popular system that you're seeing for individuals?
The most popular system is the most popular headset. So if you go to a club that's got, let's say they've got a Shure system, they have a body pack transmitter and the headset is interchangeable. The most popular headset is the lean mic and the stage mic. The stage mic has a little bit better sound, a little bit more costly, but they both have a 3-year warranty. Lean mic runs about $89. I believe the stage mic is $129. Those two are the most popular headsets. As
Okay.
far as systems, the Audio Technica 300
Hold
series.
on one second. I'm going to slow you down just a second because what I'm doing is I'm pulling it up on your your website and just letting everybody take a look real quick.
Right?
So the lean mic is this is what I've got, right? With the USB head mic
Yeah,
system.
exactly.
Okay. So that's just a real standard one that you see a lot of people using. It's kind of tried and true.
Very lightweight, fits everybody. It's a spring steel, so you can just bend it to fit almost anybody's head. You're not going to break it. And if you do break it, it's got a 3-year warranty, so we got you covered.
That's good to know because I have always wondered about that too, because a lot of people will really squeeze it in and then some people pull it back out and you're almost hesitant sometimes to squeeze it back in to fit your own head. I mean, we're not talking about sharing them now, but that's good to know that it's a very durable material.
We've never had anyone break the headband.
Really? That's interesting. Okay, I'm going to put that in the comments so that people have a link to that. Eileen is asking, can any headset work with any transmitter?
Absolutely not. Shure has a 4-pin input. Telex has a 4-pin, both 4 pins, but they're wired differently. Samson, Mizzou Technologies, Nady has a 3-pin. Definitely won't plug in, and most of the 3 pins are wired the same, so we can get lucky there. And
Uh,
then some Audio Technica has a 4-pin, so they're not interchangeable.
So what you're saying is that if it's a 3-pin, it will probably, if it's a 3-pin headset, then it'll probably work with any 3-pin receiver. But
Trans-
if it's a 4-pin headset, it's going to be brand specific.
yeah, typically yes.
Okay. And when we're talking about 3-pin versus 4-pin, hold on, I was looking to see if maybe I could make that picture big. Is there anywhere that it shows what we're talking about for people who don't know?
I couldn't. I don't know if you. It doesn't. If you double click on it, does it make it larger?
Not there, not from there. Let's see what happens when we search 3-pin. I can also look out on the internet a little further. Okay, so I'll stop sharing and I'll look for a second. So the lean mic was the first one that you were talking about. And then the second mic that you were talking about was what?
The Stage mic. That's a little bit better sound quality, a little bit thicker cable, a little different fit.
Is it one word, Stage mic? I see
Yeah.
it. Okay.
And I think I sent you one of those.
Yes, but I actually use the USB one more. Right? So because you sent me two different systems. One has the USB and then one has, yeah, I thought I would use this one more. Maybe I should try it now. Could I plug this one into my USB transmitter?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're both 3-pin.
Ah, very good. Okay, I will definitely try that because I do like to have as high quality voice sound as possible. So beautiful. So this one's a little bit more heavy duty and the sound quality that comes out of it is a little
bit better
better.
sound quality, which really doesn't make a difference when you're teaching aerobics out in the gym, but it just happened to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
Another one is the Robix mic. That's a close second to the lean mic.
And is that just like AEROBIC?
ROBIX.
Uh,
No,
and
just R.
oh, okay. Like ROBIX.
You got it.
And then Mike right there.
MIC. Yep.
There it is. Okay. Beautiful. And so I wonder, what does this one look like on? Does it do the same thing? Because it almost looks like it only comes to like this.
It is a little bit shorter, and there's a little bit of a shock there, so it's a little different design. Little
Okay.
couple pads, but basically hooks around the ears just like the lean mic.
I love that you have the reviews on these. That's good. So it hooks around the ears and then it just sits like this.
Yeah, I think you can make that bigger by clicking on it.
I bet you're right. Yes. Thank you. Beautiful. I like that because I'll tell you, especially with the video, I do not like it when I see somebody with that thing like stuffed up in their mouth like that. And so let me ask you about that since I just thought of that. A lot of times you do see the instructor kind of putting the mic like almost up in their mouth. Is that really necessary?
Not at all. It can be to the side. It takes more control over the volume. So if you've got a mixer, you'll have to adjust the mixer differently. It's a little bit more work than putting it right in front of your mouth, but it's definitely it should be. Technically, it should be to the side. You're not going to spit on it. You're going to protect it a lot better.
So what you're saying is that instructors do that because in the middle of class they feel like they want to be louder, and so they just put it in.
Yep.
That makes a lot of sense. But what would be better is to go over to the mixer and turn the mic up a little bit louder in comparison to the music.
Yep, and some transmitters have a little volume control on them, some receivers, so there's a lot of different variables to adjust your sound.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so that kind of covers though, I was looking to see if I could find a 3-pin example, but let's move on from that. So that kind of covers what people are buying as far as head mics, and that is if you've got a transmitter, if that the gym already is supplying. The transmitter would be the thing that sits on in your belt or in your pocket, however you're doing it, and it transmits the music to the stereo system and to the receiver.
Transmit your audio, transmit your voice into the receiver. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And so what about kind of if an instructor is just going to buy the full set, what are you selling a lot of?
The 300 series, the Audio Technica 300 series, is very popular.
Is that like that?
One, two words.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So this has the receiver and the transmitter, and then you get to choose your headset.
Yep.
Oh, and I see you just choose from these. Oh, that's interesting. So which one is the best one out of all of these? If I was going to say, go pick this.
Again, the lead mic or you can pick the lead mic, the aerobics mic. Stage mic is again very popular, $20 upgrade. I'd probably say the stage mic is probably your best value.
Beautiful. Okay. And tell me a little bit about this system, why it's very popular right now.
It's a basic dual antenna system. Good range, about 100-yard range. It's just a run-of-the-mill decent duty system.
Beautiful. So I know one of the things, hold on, let me come back here and see if we've got any questions just yet. So Eileen had asked about headsets working with any transmitter. Any other questions before we kind of move on, you guys? We really just jumped in and started talking head mics, didn't we? So I know one of the things that we get asked about a lot right now, because everybody's going virtual, is the best way to get a head mic that works with the computer. And then we will also move on and talk about that mixing piece that everybody's asking about.
Okay. So yeah, if you need to get more than one input into your computer, because there is a way to use your headset with music already in your computer or through an internal source, you can plug in any mic into your input. When you get into Apple's and versus PC, it's a little bit more confusing, little different cables. But if you need to use your phone for music and a microphone, you're going to need some kind of a mixer, be it a mixer or an audio interface. The basic difference is audio interface is a little bit easier to hook up to your computer because it comes with the USB input and then it'll hook it up to your computer. Mixer gives you a little bit more control. You can adjust the volume of, you can adjust, well, I actually have one here. You can adjust levels, which not necessarily needed, but the mixer can also be advantage when you start teaching in a club though.
Okay. So what you just held up is a mixer like we would have at the club. Most people have had the head mic and then the transmitter and then the receiver is hooked into the mixer, and then the stereo runs, or the music playing piece of the stereo, depending on how many pieces are involved here, is also hooked into the mixer.
Yep, several different inputs. Plug your microphone into one, it's got channel 1. Channel 2, you plug your music into that, and then an output plugs into either your stereo or a computer.
Okay, so what we're saying here is that this is really specifically for instructors that are teaching things like dance fitness and boot camp, where it's very dependent on the music.
Yep.
So those of us who are teaching something like yoga, we can kind of just play the music off to the side, and as long as it's fully licensed and good to go that way, we can just let the microphone kind of pick it up. And that's been working okay for us. But for the people who are really dependent on the music, cycle instructors, boot camp, dance fitness, then it's been a really big deal. And so what we're saying here is that you're going to get a setup that's pretty similar to what you had at the club. You're going to have a mixer, you're going to have a microphone, and then they would play the music from their computer into the mixer and run it back in, or would they play their music from something else?
Well, they'd be getting their music from an external source, a phone, a thumb drive, iPad, iTouch, and then that the output from that would go into your mixer.
Okay, so you would take whatever you want to play, another external device, and run it into the mixer and play the music from that.
Yep.
And then you're going to use the volumes to level out how you want the mic and the mic and the music, and then you run that into the computer.
Yep, exactly.
Now, when you do that, is the computer's speakers going to play that music so you can hear it while you're teaching?
It can be set up that way. You may not want it that way because you will get feedback. So typically not,
Okay.
or at a low volume.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Beautiful. Okay, so when we're talking, I'm going to share my screen again. When we're talking mixers, then what will we look for in here?
Let's go to categories and audio mixers.
Okay, and so the one that's right here on the left is the one you just held up, isn't it?
Yes, that's one of our mixers, real basic.
Beautiful. So
And
that's
got the USB input, 4-channel input, and then 2 main outs. The main outs, if you notice to the top right, are called XLRs. So those are like the 3 pins we talked about for the microphone, but they're bigger. So that's where.
okay, hold on 1 second. Let me make sure I know what you're talking about.
Right there.
Where I've got my mouse, the main out and the main out left and the main out right. So when we order this, it would come with a cord that plugs into both of those and then plugs into the computer.
Yeah, so that's where it's important to let us know, because it doesn't come with that. So we will include it though to make things a lot easier for you guys. But we need to know what kind of input you're plugging it into. So that's where it gets a little bit more confusing than an audio interface. Where an audio interface is just basically a USB cord.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh. So if you go this route and you order this, when you order, you just want to put a note in your order that, hey, I'm plugging this into an iPhone for virtual classes, or I'm plugging this into my laptop and I need a USB input.
Or give us a call. We love to talk to our customers. There's so many different variables out there. The best thing, if you're unsure, give us a call.
Beautiful. Love that. I love that. That's what I tell people all the time is you are a super nice guy. You answer the phone a lot of times and you're great to talk to. So the other kind that you were saying that you mentioned another kind of mixer as well.
The audio interface.
Audio interface, which would be a separate category here.
I don't have them. They're out of stock, so we pulled them out. Like I said, I should be getting some in next week or the week after, and I'm looking forward to them. They're supposed to be really reasonably priced, real basic. We'll get them in. We'll test them out before we do anything with them, and then we'll go from there.
Will you guys make a video and show us how to use them and put it in the group for us?
We could probably do something like that.
Yeah, thank you. Just to put you on the spot, you know. I made you blush, I think. Yeah, that would be great. That would be really helpful to people. So right now the option is the Mazook Technology SE6 fitness mixer. Oh, and I'll put a link to that as well.
That's just one. We do have other mixers as well. It's our brand. We do have there's Rose mixers in there.
John is saying that he's going to call you because he's got a question.
Okay. We try to keep things simple because we know how confusing this can be.
Mhm. Yeah, you know, it even though we've used them at the facility all the time, it's still different when you're setting it up on your own, and it still feels like such a commitment, especially when you're having to order it, and then you know you have to wait, and then if something's wrong, you have to go back and forth. So it's so helpful to be able to talk to you guys. We appreciate that.
No problem. We're here for.
Beautiful. Okay, so that's the mixer piece. You guys ask your questions about the mixers. I know that's the biggest question I've been getting um, when we're talking about audio on our group. I see people just kind of making comments and saying, you know, I'm doing it like this, but it's not great. So ask all your questions while we've got John. What other kinds of things do you guys have questions about as well? You don't have to just ask me about the mixer. Is there ever a time somebody would buy just a transmitter or just a receiver?
Yes. So if the club, again, if the club has, let's say they have that Audio Technica 300 series, and the student, or not the student, the instructor wants not only their headset, but they want a transmitter, we can buy a transmitter, or they can buy the transmitter matched up to that receiver.
Oh, that's good to know. So what you're saying is that if you don't want to have a shared transmitter, if you want everything that's touching you to be your own, then you can buy a headset and a transmitter, but it would be important to just let you guys know what kind of receiver the facility has so you can make sure they'll match up.
Yes, we'll need the make, model, and the frequency, because they have to be paired together.
Is there somewhere on the receiver where they would be able to like take a picture or something and it would have all that information?
Yep. The frequency is usually on the back or on the bottom. And
Okay.
it's usually like it's a three number 460.000 MHz. So the megahertz are what you're looking for frequency.
Megahertz.
Yep.
MHD.
Z.
MHZ. Thank you. MHZ. So you would take a picture or write down the number that ends in MHZ.
Yep. And another option is they can always get their own system. If they have a mixer like I just showed you, and there's a valuable input, they could take their whole system. So they could buy the headset, transmitter, and receiver, plug it into the club's mixer, and you're good to go. That's if the club allows you access. Because I know a lot of clubs we deal with, they have everything locked up. They don't let the instructors even touch the volume of the microphones. But if they allow you to do that, you can plug it right into their mixer. It's all your own equipment.
And you know why they lock it up? Because we
Oh
like to
yeah.
go in there and screw with all the settings. Yes, we do. And I have found, so I used to DJ weddings, so I have like some opinions on this stuff, but I don't know too much. But I always noticed that women would turn the bass down, and I think they did it because they could hear themselves better over the music when they would turn the bass down. But it was always like my biggest pet peeve because that makes the music like pretty much unbearable and
Yep.
really sound not great. So yeah, and I saw at one of the gyms that I work at, they take windscreens. They must have had a big bag of them or something, and they put them over the knobs that they don't want you touching.
Oh, okay. Of course.
Kind of. I always
Yeah.
took them right off and played with it anyway, because I'm a terrible person. Okay, so going back to the facility and teaching, if you are probably looking to get your own head mic at the very least, if not your own head mic and transmitter. And if you're buying a transmitter, take a picture of the receiver and make sure that you send all the information so they can help you hook that all up. Would they
Because
just email that to you or send it through the website? Or?
yeah. Depending on the system they have, the club has, it may not be, it may be extinct. You may not be able to match it up. I'll be honest with you, it's not usually worth buying the transmitter if you don't have to. Transmitters usually last forever. If you got your own belt pouch, you're not in contact with it a whole lot. So if the club will let you buy just the headset, that's definitely the most cost effective avenue.
Oh, and maybe a belt. And you sell belts.
Yes,
You
definitely
probably don't
want
want
your
to
own.
share the belt with other people.
Yeah, they're pretty gross.
Yes, they
And we
are.
have armbands as well. Some armbands. People like those.
Yeah, those are becoming more popular. People got used to putting their phone in there and now they're
Yeah.
good with that. So, if they need to email you and give you the information about the club's existing equipment, tell me what your email address is. I'm going to type it in the comments so they've got it.
Mine is john@fitnessmics.com.
Thank you.
And if you go to the website and put contact us, that'll get you. It won't get you to me right away, but it'll get you to somebody. So that's another avenue. And we're pretty quick with our emails.
Yes, you are. You've always been very responsive. All right, so I put that into the comments. Um, Eileen is asking, one of the centers that she works with is looking to do their classes outside and they don't have, Eileen, they don't have any equipment yet, right? I mean, like what they've got plugs into a wall. They don't have anything that's really proper for going outside yet, as far as speaker, headset, transmitter, or receiver, right? I remember you and I had a conversation about this. Well, anyways, I'm not sure if she's still on, but take that information and tell us what you got.
Sure. So you would need a rechargeable speaker. If they can't get any power out there, no extension cords or anything. You're going to need a rechargeable speaker. We do have wireless systems now that have batteries into the receiver. If you look at the AirShape 100, that receiver is both AC and DC, so you can plug it in or you can use AA batteries.
AirShape 100. Oh yeah, this is something we didn't talk about when it's the head mic with the receiver in it. We didn't talk about that either. So this AirShape 100 would transmit straight to the speaker.
No, so that doesn't have a body pack transmitter. The transmitter is built into the headset.
Hmm.
So you got the headset and mic combo, and then the receiver is just a small pack. If you click on the picture with the head, and then
Okay,
click on the, so there's your receiver. That's your whole system: headset, transmitter, and receiver. So that
beautiful.
receiver opens up and takes batteries.
And then and so this receiver takes batteries, and so then you could plug that in to whatever speaker the center ends up rolling out.
Exactly. Yeah. This is our most popular system by far.
Oh, well, that's interesting. We should definitely put that link in the comments then. So this, I'll put Eileen, this is what you need. You don't sell speakers, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you do? Let's
Yep. We
talk about
sell.
that. What speaker should she tell them to get?
If you go to portable sound systems, we have a real nice rechargeable speaker. There you go. Portable. There you go. The SB130 is rechargeable.
Beautiful. Okay. And that'll get plenty loud enough.
Yes, it's 100 watts. It's got good sound.
Beautiful. Oh, one of the gyms that I work for has this one. Yeah.
Got
Great.
a couple
And it
different.
comes with a microphone.
Comes with a handheld one. It's kind of a backup, or for other events.
Interesting. So that means it has some sort of receiver built into it, but none of your head mics would just go straight to that receiver, right?
Correct.
Okay. Just wanting to make sure. All right, beautiful. I think that is a lot of good information. Y'all, any other questions right now for John while we've got him? So there's the speaker. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Y'all, when you go to fitnessmics.com and you purchase Mazook Technologies, we get a 10% discount with fitnessmics.com, and that code is Fit Pros Con. So FITPROSCON. And John is asking, so another John is asking if the SBZ 130 is waterproof.
Waterproof? No.
Well, how would that go?
I think he
John,
meant
are you looking for a microphone for water aerobics, or are you just asking if it would be sweat proof?
I think he meant the speaker, the SB130.
Oh, it's okay. The one that we just put in the comments.
Yep.
SB130. Yes. No, not waterproof though. Not good for around a pool.
Yeah, oh, sure. It's water resistant. It's not a waterproof. You don't want to leave it out in the rain, but you could definitely use it out on the pool deck.
Okay. Appropriate for pool deck, but not out in the rain or dunked in the lake.
Yes. We are working on a water aerobics microphone system. Well,
We'll have to get you on to talk about that when it comes out.
Definitely, we're really looking forward to that because there's really no affordable systems out there and it's a hard thing to make because he's got to transmit out of the water, so it's very difficult. That's why it's taking us so long, but we hope to have an awesome product for it.
Awesome. Okay, beautiful. Eileen's asking, how long should the batteries in the transmitter last?
It varies from system to system. Take a look at the user's manual. It's what I can tell you. Some 8 hours, some 16 hours, some 30 hours. It all depends on the system.
Okay, somewhere between 8 and 30 though.
Yeah.
Some of them take bigger batteries than others.
Typical is 9 volt or 9 volt AA or AAA. And if you're using rechargeable batteries, they last a lot less.
Okay. Okay, y'all. Well, any other questions before we let John get on out of here? Okay, John, we thank you so much for being here.
And if anybody has any questions, please feel free to let me know.
I think that was really informative. I'm glad we did it. I don't think we've done a session like this before where we're just basically like, hey, this is what's available. But we needed it. We did it kind of with insurance, but yeah, it was good. Great.
Good. Glad it worked out.
And I'm gonna introduce you. You don't know Denise and Bessie?
No.
She's the CEO of Muscle Mixes. So
Okay.
she put a comment in here that she wants to be introduced. So I'll send an email introducing the two of you.
I've seen them at the aerobic conventions. We do DCAC, SCW, IDEA. I've seen their booths, but I might have talked to her if she's ever been there. I don't know.
Beautiful. Well, I will be speaking at SCW in Dallas, assuming that it goes. So I'll see you there.
Well, I probably won't go to Dallas, but it's so expensive for us to ship our stuff because speakers are heavy. Everything's so heavy. So right now we kind of just been doing local shows. We do DCAC, that's a real popular one for us. I have done Florida a couple times because, well, we like Florida. But, you know, we'll probably expand a little bit here.
Where are y'all located?
I'm in upstate New York.
Okay.
Syracuse.
Beautiful.
But we'll probably be relocating eventually, probably down to Florida. Actually, I just bought a condo down in Florida. So,
well, congratulations, Orlando.
No, New Smyrna Beach, Daytona area.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you for being with us. If you want to stick around or if you want to jump off, you can do it either way. I'm just going to. Okay. Very good. I'll see you. Thanks.
Bye.
Okay, FitPro. So that was John with Fitness Mics. Go Syracuse, Eileen says. He is great to deal with. Yeah, he's great. And I think that was really informative. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Little housekeeping. So I have opened the cart back up just today for the Virtual Studio Business Accelerator. And I'm not going to give you any kind of like big speech about it, but if you are interested in that program, which kind of jumpstarts virtual studio businesses, if you're looking to go from fitness instructor working for the gym or personal trainer working for the gym to business owner doing virtual, then that is the way to do it. It's completely guided by me and all online, and we have a great time and learn a ton, and my participants are making some money. So I'm really excited about it. And the registration is open again right now. It'll be open for about a week. So just contact me if you've got questions, or if you want to go to virtualstudionow.com/accelerator and take a look. There's lots of information there. And you can also contact me through that site to get your questions answered. All right, y'all. If you do not have any more questions for me here, I'm going to let you guys go, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for being here.